Hello guys, on this tutorial I'm going to create a full stack Spring Boot application, and this application at back end we're going to use Java, and the front end we're going to use React. So for now I'm going to discuss about Java, and later on we discuss about React when we get to the point where we have to create the APIs, and then we have to create React so that we can consume the React coming from the back end. And this is going to be a REST application, and here I have Intel idea. And if you want to create a project, create a new project, you click this button here, and then you either have you have two options to have the dependency management. So you can use either Maven or Gradle. Also, these are used to manage your dependence. So I think I'm going to use Gradle because it's much faster, and it has a lot of I mean, you have to really, it's a little bit challenging to use it, but I'm going to use it so that we have to learn from it. And here I'm going to use 1.8 Java. I can use 11, it depends on you. And when I click next, it's going to ask me the name of our project. And this project is going to be, I'm thinking of having something to do with maybe the tour app to help people, maybe when they travel. People have a holiday, we can provide information to them to any specific place where they want to go, and type and what they can do. So this is going to be, let's call it travel app, or you can call it whatever you want. So for this case I'm going to call it travel apps. And here on group ID I'm going to use my it's like where I put all my project ICT 100. And so this artifact ID is going to be on this package. So, and here it's going to be 1.0 snapshot for now because we just started the project, and later if we have to improve this project, then we can create other different version of this project. So in here I have to finish, and you have to wait for a while the Gradle is trying to generate this project. And here the project is generated. So we have this is a travel app, and it has this format, and it was done by this Intel idea. So what we have to do now, we want to check the Gradle version that we're using. So from here, if you open this Gradle folder and then you go to wrapper, you find we have this Gradle wrapper properties. Then you click on this, then you can see that this Gradle by default is going to download this version of Gradle, but this is an old version of Gradle. And the Gradle that I'm talking about, yeah, this one is a Gradle script. So I want to change this to a newer, or whatever I have on my system, because this might not be the same that I have on my system. And to find out, we have to go to CMD, and we type Gradle version. And then we have to wait a little bit. Okay, now you can see on my system I have the Gradle 6.9. So in case if you're wondering, or if you don't get the same result, or you don't see any result, even though if you're using a different Gradle, then you have to set this to you have to set the Gradle. You have to download the Gradle and also set it on your system variable. And I can show you from the system variable, because I'm using Windows 10. So this is my system variable, environmental variables. So I can just go here and check all the path. There's a path, and then when I click editing, I can see I have the Gradle. So this is how you have add this Gradle here. And when you want to add, you have to click new, and then you add this one. And where you get this, you have to go to the system. I'm repeating this, but I have some videos that I've recorded about this. If you go to my other videos, you can check the where I have put this. I've recorded how to do this, but for now I have to show you again. And I'm going to check where I have the Gradle. From this, it's saying it's C Gradle, and then we have to go to C, and then we find the Gradle, and I believe it should be here. So I have this one or this one, depends, but I'm using this one. I could change to this one also, but this is what I'm using. You go to the bin, and then you copy this directory, and then you bring it here, new, and then you paste it what I did here, and then you say okay, and then okay, and then when you try to check again the Gradle version, then it's going to show you this or whatever Gradle version you're using. So with that said, I'm going to change this from by default. This the IntelliJ ID, it's pulling this from this website. It's not from this, this distributions of Gradle. So, and I believe that this is a zip compressed file. So, and I believe if I change this file here to 6.9, it's going to look up from this website and then download it to this. So here I'm going to say, I'm going to change all this from here, and then I put 6.9, and then we save, or you let the IntelliJ save for you, and then close. And then if we try to build again this project, then it's going to download. You can see it's going to download, and it's about 108.13 MB. So it's going to take time to download, but it's downloading now. And as I said, this is also a correct folder or zip that you can be found from this website. So if you want, you can also go straight to the website, or you can go to Gradle website and see the downloads and select which Gradle you're using. So this is the simplest way for you to add Gradle on this. Otherwise, it's going to give you hard times, because now there is a conflict. You have on the system, you have different Gradle, and then on Intel idea, you have another Gradle. So I'm going to wait for a while, pause this video for a while, and then we come back. Now it has finished building it. So now it's going to download from this 8, and then we need to wait for a while. So now it's finished, but unfortunately we have a problem here. And then a problem occurred evaluating root project, and they say could not find a method test compile for argument with this argument group unit name, unit and version on the object type. Okay, so by default we get this testing, and I've been showing on my other videos how to do testing. And in this case we are going to do tests. We're going to test especially our services. So we're going to use the Mockito, and we do mocks, and also we test all the what's happening, so that we are going to be at least sure of what we are doing. So for now I'm going to remove this. It's coming later. And when I try to build again, then it should give us that this build is successful, and then we don't get the error we were getting for some of the stuff we had created. So now it's like it's up to date what we're doing. So here, this is not a Spring Boot application, so we have to convert this to Spring Boot application. And the way we have to do that, we have to add the plugin. On a plugin, we have to add the Spring Boot plugin, and as what you see here, to make this as a Java, then the Java ID was added here. So we also have to do the same by adding the Spring dependency management with the version number, and also we have to add the Spring Boot version. So in this case, I'm going to use a little bit older version of Spring Boot, and we can use any version actually. Spring. You have the Spring framework and Boot, and then you type the version, and the version I'm going to put it as a string, which is 2.42. So I just added this version here, but you can add any version. And then another ID, we need ID for also the Spring dependency management. So it's going to be from this io.spring dependence. This is going to allow us to download this dependence from the dependency management. And here we're going to put the management, and also you need a version. And the version, I'm going to put the version with a string of, let's say, 1. I just googled this version, and I want to be sure that they are going to work, because they are a little bit later version. Actually, this have to be encapsulated release. So here you can try other versions. So if you try, it might give you the error, but you just keep trying. You find the good version that is working. And here we have a group, which this is my my package where I'm keeping all my projects. And here this is the version. And then we can also have the source compatibility. You can use any Java version you have. You can use 1.8, but you can use Java 11, 9, and so forth. And then we have the repository Maven Central. That's where we are going to be getting all our dependencies. And let's try to build this and see if we get an error. Yeah, so now we are getting an error. That plugin ID Spring Dependency Management version, this one was not found in any of the foreign source. And we can see if we have made any mistakes typing this. And here, yes, this should be dot. And then let's try to build again. Okay, now again we have a problem that the state of Gradle build process daemon may be corrupt. Stop all the Gradle by solving this problem. And your project may be using third-party plugin, which is not compatible with other project version Gradle. In the case of corrupt Gradle process, you can also try closing IDE or process. Okay, unable to find the method org API artificial artifacts. And the possible cause of this unexpected error include the Gradle dependency cache may be corrupt. So let's try to click this and see. Okay, we still have the same problem, and again it's not okay. So I'm going to stop for a while. Yeah, to save time, I decided to roll back to this Gradle version, which seems to be working okay for me here. And it depends on which Gradle version you're using. So if you use maybe the newer version, it might not be compatible with some of the settings on this Intel idea. So it's pretty much dependent on yourself. So this is build Gradle, and this project is going to depend on this build Gradle. Depends on what we add, and the dependencies are going to be going here on this braces here. And how this Gradle works, it's out of scope of this tutorial, but you can Google. In a nutshell, this is written in Groove, so you can just Google the Groove tutorial and learn how to write the script by using Groove. So the first thing first, here, because we're going to do the web application, so we need the Spring Boot starter web dependency. And how you add it, you have to type implement, which is implementation, and then you go to the website or where you're getting this. I don't mind this error because it's saying on line 17, which is here. It's saying that problem occur evaluating the routes travel app. So what we have to do, we have to write to where we are getting this dependence, and it's org, the website we are getting, which is Spring framework .boot, and then we have Spring boot .start, the starter web. Okay, the moment you do that, then you can see it's trying to download this. The Spring Boot starter web. So anytime we need dependence, we are going to be using all the using implementation to put our webs. We got the dependence here. So if you can check from here, internal library, you can see we have all these downloaded, all these dependencies. Some are for the Gradle, but for the Spring Web, you can see from Spring Web we have web MVC, we have the Spring Core, Bean, Context, AOP. So these all like SLF4J. So all these come from the Spring Starter independence that we have just added here, and now we can try to write the application, and I have to write the package, and my package is going to be new package, and I'm going to say com.ict100. The name of our project is Travel App. Okay, and on this we have to create the class, the main class, which is, we can just call it the Travel App application. This is the main where we are going to add our we're going to start our main method, and this is where the our Spring application is going to start from. So we're going to use some annotations to do that. So the first annotation that we're going to use the Spring Boot application, which is Spring Boot application, and this, you are able to do this because of the what we just added here on the build Gradle. We have these settings, and also we have added independence. That's why we are able to get this the Spring, which is coming from Spring Boot auto-configure. And then inside the class, now inside this method here, the main method, which is like all programs start from the main method, and here we need to call the Spring Boot application class, and then we call the run method, and inside the run method now we pass the travel app application class, and then argument, and then this, it should be not Spring Boot, it has to be Spring application, and we have to import this, and then we have it here. And then next we have to create the create the controller, and I'm going to create another package here, and this package is going to be for controllers. So all our controllers are going to live here, and inside this controller I have to create the, for example, for the testing purposes, let's try to create the hello world class, and then we see if we get mapping, we see if we can return the string. So I'm going to use another annotation called the get mapping, and then on this I'm going to create a method which is going to be public, and it's going to return string, and we want to get the hello world. Also here we have to, we're going to return, it has to be on this annotation. So and then here we have to return string, simple string, which is hello world. Okay. So if we try to run this, start run from the main method, this one, run this class, see if all goes well, then we should be able to get the string from the web browser. In the future tutorial we are going to use the REST API, so we don't have to, so that we prepare the endpoints for React application to consume those APIs. But for now, just want to show you this example how it works, and as you can see, we're going to use embedded Tomcat here from this dependency we put here. This comes with a lot of jars, and including the embedded Tomcat server, and now it seems that the application is on, and you can see from here also. And if we try to go to the web browser, let's assume I go to so the browser, this is the browser. So if I go to localhost, and then we add this, we add the / and then hello world. So we get this error, but I have to try to see if it was correct the way I added here on our controller. So it was hello with a capital W, hello. So we come back here, we type it correctly, and then let's see. So still we have this problem. So, and this type of error, white label error, it teaches us how to find out what's going on, and then also we learn from it. So it's saying this application has no explicit mapping for /this / error. So you are seeing this as a fallback. So we have to go back to our class, especially this controller, and see what we have done wrong. So here we have the mapping for / for this, but also we need to tell the Spring that this is a bean, and the way you tell the bean, the Spring this is a bean, we have to add another annotation, which is REST controller. So now the bean is going to prepare this for us instead of for us to create objects. So the Spring is going to do that for us, and it's going to bring anytime that is needed, then to provide by using this use the REST controller. And now again, if I try to stop this server and then try to run again, let's see if everything goes well. So if you go back to the browser, you see you get hello world. So now we know that our server is working, and accordingly. But here I just show you this by using the REST mapping, the get mapping, to be able to see this. But later on, we're not going to use this method. We're going to use the API, REST API, to create the APIs, and then the React is going to consume this whatever we have produced. Okay, thank you guys for now, and later I'll see you soon again and for the next tutorial. Bye bye.